We have put together this team that we've built for 10 years. We have a loan origination team, that is really filtering through the deals. We have an underwriting team. We have a legal team that makes sure that everything's compliant, and that we're in a first lien position. So really just when you're working with us, you have an access to that team.
What's the biggest secret to passively investing in real estate with your company? And in particular, talk about Idaho as well.
Yeah, I think the important thing to understand, I'd love to take all the credit for the success of our funds, but we have a massive team behind us. And, I talk to clients all the time that want to invest in real estate, want to lend their own money. And what they don't understand until they start really diving into it is how much work it is, whether you're acquiring hard assets, that entails going out, finding the deals, negotiating the deals. Most of my clients are high net worth individuals with full-time professional jobs, and they don't have the time to do that. Or if they're lending their own money out, there's, the due diligence process to, hey, what's the asset worth? Does this borrower have the ability to repay and exit the loan? And I think one of the benefits to working with us is we do that for you. We have a massive team behind us. We have an acquisition team that literally dials every day, all day lists of distressed sellers, off-market deals. And, those are opportunities that as a fund member, you have the benefit of benefiting from the returns of that, but you don't have to do the heavy lifting of it. We have put together this team that we've built for 10 years. We have a loan origination team, that is really filtering through the deals. We have an underwriting team. We have a legal team that makes sure that everything's compliant, and that we're in a first lien position. So really just when you're working with us, you have an access to that team. And I really think that's important to understand because it does take a lot of time and resources to find those types of deals, whether you're lending the money out or buying the hard assets. And, we don't promote looking for deals off the MLS market. We are looking for off-market deals. That's where your best opportunity and your highest profits are. And it has, required us to build this team behind us to do that.
Fantastic. And we're looking at your website now. And by the way, that's securedinvestmentcorp.com. And it says invest in the heart of American real estate, the nation's best real estate lending platform, and the ability to invest passively in mortgage notes, also real estate deals 1 to 4 units. And so would you kind of break down what that looks like? And if you can share, I know past performance is not a guarantee of future results, but some of the returns that some of your clients are experiencing.
Absolutely. So it probably helps to tell a little bit about how we got started. 10 years ago, when I came on board, I came from another private lender. And I joke that I did what I call dialing for dollars. So that meant that we had borrowers coming to us that were buying investment properties. We would do our due diligence on them. I, on the other side of the business, had clients that wanted to deploy their capital through these notes, and we would match them. So essentially, we would have a deal come out of underwriting. I would get on my phone, start calling my clients that had money to deploy. And it worked great, but it was a little bit clunky. It takes time to move money around. We work with a high percentage of our clients that use self-directed IRAs and tax-deferred accounts. And if anybody's worked with those types of custodians, those take time. And so we quickly evolved after the first year I was here and said, hey, how could we do this better where we can assist our borrowers and our brokers and get their deals funded for them. But on the other side of it, we could give our investors enough time to do their due diligence. We want them to feel comfortable with it. So we created our first fund, and this was for accredited investors only. You had to have $1 million in net worth, or your income standards had to qualify, and the minimum was $50,000. And so we quickly started raising capital. And I say this because I have 2 different types of clients. I have people that want to be very passive. They like the real estate backed assets. They like investing in things that are in Idaho, but they don't necessarily want to take some of the risk and the things that come along with buying a note, because the reality is there's no guarantee that someone makes their payment, right? So I tell people as a note buyer, there's huge opportunity. Our notes are written with no more than 70% loan to value. So there's a massive equity play in those notes. But the caveat that comes along with that is if those people don't make their payments as a note buyer, you have to be prepared to let us start foreclosure on them. And there's cost and time involved with that. So the funds were a nice option. They're still getting the benefit of the notes because the notes we sell are the notes we fund on our fund. but they don't have some of the headaches that come along with that. So it was a very nice transition and a nice opportunity to say, hey, if the notes aren't something that you want to be as active with, the fund is a nice option. And quite honestly, I have people that do both. They diversify. They want to be a little more specific where that note is that they're buying. Maybe it's a location, state, or specifics about the borrower. And then they want to passively invest with the fund and earn their yields. So really for me, it's like understanding what my investors are looking for. What's their appetite? How risk adverse are they? What kind of yields are they looking for? And then we can back into what's the best option for them.
Excellent. Okay.